Bree's done a great job taking over my social media. So she's going to do a Meet the Team feature this week. I fly out to Saskatchewan today, so I'm gone for a couple days. The clinic is in okay hands. I'm not too worried, but I'm flying out and preg testing some cows. So it's the first time I've left my baby alone. But we're fully staffed now. We got 4 vets, 3 techs, 2 client care coordinators, and a TA. We've now doubled. We've officially doubled.
So this dog initially came in 2 weeks ago, 13 days ago, with a laceration. They think she cut the back of her leg on a rock in their yard. So the laceration was through the skin and her tendons, so she actually wasn't able to place her foot properly. Dr. Carling sutured it back together. We splinted it to immobilize it, and with strict kennel rest instructions. She came back for bandage change and it looked great. She was weight bearing when she left here that day, and it looked great at first bandage change. She was due to come back last week for one before this final one when we take the splint off, but we didn't see her at that time. So owners have done it themselves, so we'll just see what it looks like now. So I just want to make sure that, what is that tape?
It's like it's the tape that you get in like your first aid kits.
So we don't have that tape, right?
No,
that's not from us. Just because I want to cover our bases. Can you see the incision at where the stitches are at all?
This incision site looks good. It's warm, but it's good. Like the sutures and everything are still intact, and it looks healed. It's just the foot itself is very warm.
So we splinted it to immobilize because we wanted the tendons to heal, but we can see what she's like in a kennel, and so the splint actually probably caused a lot of these wounds because she was moving so much. She's obviously a very active dog. The splint has been rubbing on her leg, so I think these are just like pressure sores basically from the splint moving on her foot. It's probably still pretty superficial. This will heal over quite quickly.
We'll just clean it up, and we'll have to start on some antibiotics.
The initial wound looks really good. It's healed nicely. The stitches are back here, and that's what she can have taken out today.
Casey, you're being a very good girl.
You are. So we'll just do an antibiotic cream on it twice a day for 5 days, and it should heal relatively quickly. She still needs to be rested though. The tendons take 4 to 6 weeks to heal, so the skin part has healed, but underneath is still in the healing process, so restricting her activity is still essential.
We got it! Jewel came in for drinking lots and peeing lots, so we just started with some blood work and a urinalysis just to get a complete health picture of what things are looking like below the surface, and so we're just going to wait for those results to run. They'll take about 20 minutes and we'll see what we've got there. Sometimes having a tumor of one of their anal glands can be a cause of excessive drinking and urinating, so we just always do a rectal exam on our older patients to make sure that's not what's causing our signs. Depending on what those results are, we might do another blood test, or they might just take her home. We're just taking a look at Jewel's blood work. So she came in for drinking and peeing more often. So we did full, complete blood work and a urinalysis to see if we could find out what was causing her signs. With her red blood cells and white blood cells, everything was totally normal. She's got some evidence of some changes to her kidneys, which isn't that unusual in an older lady. But overall, everything else was pretty much within normal limits. Her liver values, her electrolytes, so that was great. On her urinalysis, there was actually quite a bit of blood seen and a few bacteria. So my suspicion is that we're dealing with a urinary tract infection. So the plan for Jewel is we're gonna treat her for a urinary infection, and we'll follow up in about 2 weeks. We'll see how she's doing, and if her signs are persisting, we've chatted about maybe testing for other diseases like Cushing's, but hopefully, you know, this will be the end of her road and she'll go on and be a happy, healthy girl.
Hi, where are you? Do the mother sway. Oh, good girl.
You want to see the ultrasound at all?
That's right where you poked, Lauren.
I can come around, yeah.
Or I can video it on my phone and send it to
Oh,
you.
yeah, if you can screen record, that always helps.
My chassis is hello.
Here's her rabies.
Okay.
Okay, that's her new tag, so you can pop that on her collar if you
another
like.
tag,
We
eh?
have the
Rattle.
number all recorded in our system and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, she got her urine collected. It'll go off to the lab. I want you to watch for possible reactions because we did those injections today. Okay?
Are you ready?
Perfect. All done. All done. Very good. Awesome. Thanks, Richard.
Okay.
We'll see you later. Just a diarrhea dog, a happy diarrhea dog. We'll do like 150 mils of substance in there.
So just fluids underneath the skin. He's not super dehydrated, but it is a form of rehydrating him. It's just slowly absorbed underneath the skin. So that's all we're doing for him. He's not sick enough to keep in a hospital and put on IV. So we just do this to hopefully get him feeling well enough to keep up his appetite and he can recover himself. It is just a way of keeping them hydrated when they're not dehydrated enough to be on IV. They absorb it slowly. It's not the ideal way to do it, but they don't have to stay in a hospital then at least. And as you can see, he's still feeling pretty good, so there isn't really a need for him to stay. This is just to ensure that he doesn't dehydrate over the day. He's gonna get an anti-nausea medication. It's called Serenia, and it helps with vomiting and diarrhea.
I think that's a wrap up for today. I just want to reiterate how wonderful it is to finally have a full team at FenVet. I know it's been frustrating for some of our clients not being able to get in as quick as possible, even though we do everything we can to accommodate. And then also new people who want to check us out. I know people in the community have also been a little frustrated, but we are now 4 veterinarians and 3 technologists and 2 client care coordinators and a tech assistant. We're essentially at full capacity now, so we'll be able to better serve the community, and I'm just so happy to see all these wonderful smiling faces running around the clinic, and it's a dream come true. You're the worst.
Running around the clinic like we're a daycare or something.
Basically are.
Oh my lord.